Alright, what's up, Internet? So it was revealed over Evolution weekend that Raiden will be a playable character in Mortal Kombat 10. Now, to me, I'm really excited about this because I actually played Raiden in MK9 as a tournament character early on. And I actually found some footage of myself playing against Crazy Bone at a Wednesday Night Fights, and I've included that in this video. Now, the first thing I'm sure you're going to notice when you watch that footage is the MK10 version of Raiden aesthetically looks just absolutely amazing. The MK10 version of Raiden makes the MK9 version look ancient, like super ridiculously ancient. Now that's a good sign. The game looks really good, the game runs really smooth, and just Raiden looks fantastic overall. But that's just aesthetically. Now, the first thing that came to mind during the Raiden reveal trailer was basically the variations that they showed. Now, the first variation is electrical combos, I think is what they called it. And to me, what it seems like is that is Raiden's version of having a sword. It looks like he has additional range on some of his moves, allowing for perhaps better footsies. And, you know, that's just what I gathered from that. That's totally speculation, but that's the way it seems. The second variation is a teleport variation. Now, as we all know, or those of you who know Raiden know, the teleport is an integral part of his game, not only for positioning, but also for mix-ups. So I think that that is really interesting that they separated it into one of the variations, because I've heard other people say this as well. It's pretty hard to imagine Raiden without a teleport. So that's pretty interesting. Now, the third variation is a trap variation. And Raiden can set these traps and kind of connect them to each other, and this creates like a danger zone where the opponent cannot cross this part of the screen or else they'll be comboed. Now, that seems very good as well, but after seeing the three variations and finding out that one of them focuses on teleport, I thought to myself, well, what are they going to do with the other variations? Is this going to feel like a complete character without the teleport? And that just basically sent me on in the direction of thinking of how are they going to implement this variation select. Now, from the beginning, the variation select concept of this game has been the most interesting concept to me. I think that the idea is brilliant, and I think based on how they execute the idea, it could be something really, really cool that, you know, perhaps is used in future games. I mean, this idea is really good. The idea to me was that perhaps you would be able to use this variation select to avoid counterpicking, or even perhaps to find a character or a version of a character that you really connect with as a player. Like I mentioned, the idea is really good. Now, my concern here is when you go to a character like, let's say, Raiden, what I would not want them to do is take the character of Raiden and split it into three slightly more incomplete characters. Now, let me explain myself here. As I mentioned, other people have said, Raiden without a teleport seems like, it could be weird. You know, it's his key move. And the NRS development team has already discussed that, you know, the characters will retain their key moves, but the details in some of their other moves will be changed. Now, my only concern is that I don't want to feel as though when I'm playing Raiden, I don't want to get the sensation that I wish I could combine version 1 and version 3. That would really suck because I don't want the characters to feel shallow. I would like the characters to, each version of each character to independently feel like a solid, complete character. This is the only concern that came to mind when I saw the reveal trailer for Raiden. Thinking about a trap variation of Raiden, I would not want that to be his only strategy. I would like there to be other options to complement that strategy and overall flesh out the character to make the character feel complete. Now, this is just a concern of mine that I wanted to explain here, but however, I have to say that during EVO, I got the opportunity to discuss Mortal Kombat 10 with a lot of the development team for the game. And the one thing that I can take away from discussing the game with those guys is that they all seem extremely passionate about the game. And I've said many times that, you know, if you're passionate about the development of a game, it will show in the final product. So I know these guys know fighting games. I know they learned from their mistakes in the past. And, you know, I'm really excited to see what they can bring to the table with this variation select. Because, honestly, this could be a really interesting revolutionary concept in fighting games. Especially considering the thing that's been plaguing fighting games since the beginning, the concept of counterpicking could be solved with this variation select. And that's what I'm hopeful for. So, moving forward, I'm very excited, of course, about Mortal Kombat 10. I can't wait to play it. However, one concern that I wanted to share with you guys is the concept that the variation select could hinder the depth of each version of the character. So, moving forward, I think I'm going to be looking very carefully at the different versions of each character to see how perhaps fleshed out each version is. I really can't wait, as I mentioned, to play the game. And Raiden just looks fantastic overall. If you guys are interested in more coverage for Mortal Kombat 10, make sure you subscribe because I definitely will be covering that game, as well as other games. Big thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys next time, Internet. Take it easy.